Hi everyone, my name is Samuel Ipinyomi. I'm a PhD candidate in the Plant Breeding and Genetics program, and here at GCREC, I work with the Tomato Breeding and Genetics Lab, where my work basically focuses on breeding for tomato varieties that are resistant to Fusarium wilt disease. About my background, I'm a Nigerian. I did my bachelor's at Usmanu Danfodiyo University. At my master's degree, I got a fully funded scholarship to pursue a joint master's at Pan-African University and the University of Ibadan. I was trying to identify rice lines that are tolerant to flooding at germination and early seedling stage. And now here at the University of Florida, my work basically has to do with improvement of tomato varieties for Fusarium wilt disease. And in Florida, here's a big problem, just like other regions where tomato is being produced. There are several methods that are being deployed to control the disease: chemical, biological, and cultural methods. But all of these, in a nutshell, it's not sustainable. And host resistance, which involves the deployment of genes, is kind of cost-effective and the most reliable of all the strategies, basically. So in my work has to do with development of molecular markers to track this resistance loci so that it could easily be transferred from their sources into commercial cultivars. By also developing molecular markers, I'm able to validate that this resistance loci are true in its sense, and they are not just putative loci. And also to see if they have a broad spectrum in the sense that do they confer resistance to race 1 of the pathogen, race 2 of the pathogen, race 3 of the pathogen. And finally, I also want to compare the resistant pathway to a known resistant gene called the I2. Is it the same? Is it different? So that's that about characterization. And the final objective of my work is to find maps. So the genomic region, it's quite large. So we want to see how we can narrow them. That will not just be beneficial in terms of identifying the candidate or even the specific underlying genes, but also it will also be important when we are using marker-assisted selection to transfer the trait or transfer the genes into wherever we want them to be. My future plans, it's basically divided into, I would say, short and middle term, and then long-term goals. For my short and middle term, I want to work with industry is basically breeding companies or seed companies, and where I could deploy the skills and knowledge that I've acquired in my PhD. For my long-term goals, I desire to work with international organizations with a mandate for global food security. For example, FA. My hobbies are, I love playing the guitar. Yeah, I use that to distress a lot. I play acoustic and I play the bass guitar majorly. I also listen to music in my free time. I play soccer and I spend time with my family. I just want to say thank you to the Tomato Breeding and Genetics Lab, past members and current members. And thank you to Dr. Jessica Chitwood-Brown for her support. And I also want to give a shout out to Dr. Sam Horton, who was my former boss also. And thank you also to GCPSA for giving me this platform to talk about myself.